Hello friends, my name is Kumar Rajneesh and you are watching my CCNA scenario based series, and we have done few of the topic like RIP, EIGRP, OSPF. We did some labs related with it. We did access control list where we discussed about standard access control list and extended one. So two types of access control list is there, and here we are talking about named access control list, which is not a type of third category. It's just another ACL which you can use either for your standard or for extended controls. For extended you can use source and destination both. For standard ACL you can only use source part. So let's start with this. In this named access control list, I will be using extended one because I have to block a specific service. In my earlier video, we try to block web services. And in this scenario, what I have planned, I will be blocking one DNS service. So DNS service is working on your port number 53 and UDP. So we are not going to block TCP, we will be blocking UDP, and the port number which we will be using will be 53. So we have the same scenario. Let me show you. Yes, so webman net services CCNA base lab 1. We are from last 8 to 10 videos we are working on the base lab 1. Like I earlier told you, more and more labs we will be doing. We are learning more and more topic, then we will be moving to the advanced level. We did RIP, basic of the RIP, EIGRP and OSPF. Then we will be moving to the advanced level of EIGRP, OSPF. Like in the coming labs, in OSPF we will be using multiple area. In the basic OSPF I explained you that we can use only one area. Then we have DR concepts. So same way in ACL I will be providing you a few other scenarios, real scenario based stuff, like you can understand more how to implement it. So in this lab, let's see our objective, what we have to do there. So the very first thing is, before implementing ACL, check that name resolution service is working on your host 172.168.1.6.0.2. Means you are able to resolve name to IP address, the DNS, the working of the DNS part. So here from this host, we will be able to ping through name. So this is your server which will be acting as a DNS server. This server will be acting as a DNS server, and this host will be having the DNS IP address so that it can resolve name to IP address. Okay. Then second option is implement named ACL. We have to use named ACL and block a specific host to access the DNS services from the DNS server 0.200. So we are going to use the extended one, extended ACL, and we are going to use to block DNS service which works on your UDP and port number 53. And third objective is implement on serial 0/0 of router in Mumbai. So we are trying to make it as easy as possible because we are doing the same way all the labs, so you can understand better. You can create map in your mind and you can work better on these things. But I will be also providing you few other labs which you can do by yourself, or I will try to add few more videos in this. Then the fourth objective is check the name resolution from this host with the DNS server, so it should not be working. Okay, let's start it guys. So before implementing named ACL, we have to resolve first name resolution service. Fine. So what we have to do, here is our lab, and this is my server now, which will be acting as a DNS server. So if you want that this server should be acting as a DNS server, we have to enable the service. by default that service is disabled there. Let's check it. So we have these services, and you see DNS, and DNS is by default off. So I'm going to enable this service, DNS service on, and here I'm going to put the name web and net services.com, and we are going to provide one IP address here, 192.168.0.200, and I add that record. In your DNS also we add the host record, which is called A type of record, and it's having the detail, the name and IP address. So when we try to ping from one of the host to name, it goes to DNS and it resolve it and it gives the IP address. That is the name resolution service. That is what your DNS works. Okay, I'm not going more in the DNS part. So we have done this, and on this host I go to desktop. If I try to ping, I will not be able to resolve the name. Why? Because we don't have set up any DNS here. So in the IP configuration, I have to put the DNS server so my host can understand where is DNS server. So this, it will be sending the request to the DNS server that I want to resolve this name. So that server will be having the records related with it, and it will reply. Okay, first we have to check it and then we have to block it. So here in the command prompt, first I will try to ping it with IP address. So here you are going to get the reply, everything is okay, my host can reach to that server, and I'm able to reach there with the help of the IP address. Now I'm going to write ping 192.168.0. Sorry, now I have to ping with the name web and net services.com. So now I'm trying to resolve name. So when I press enter, this host will be looking for where is the IP address, uh, 200. It will go there and it will resolve that query. You can see here I pressed ping web and net services and I'm getting the reply from the IP address. So your DNS is working fine and ping is also working fine. So everything looks fine here, and now we are going to block these things. Okay, so here we did the first one. Before implementing ACL, check that name resolution service is working for this host. It's working now. Now we are going to implement named ACL and block DNS service. Fine. Okay, so I'm on this router. Enable configure terminal. Here the syntax is different. IP access list. In standard and extended we were writing access list only. We were writing access list. But in the named one we have to write IP access list. Then we have to put what access list we want to use. Is it extended or is it standard one? So this we are going to add source and destination, means it's going to use the extended one. So I say IP access list extended, and then you have to provide the name. So here we are going to use the name. Word means names. So let's say I say blk dns block dns IP access list extended and block DNS. Just press enter, and now you are in a different mode where you are going to implement named access control list. So the remaining syntax is same. We were using deny host or IP or some protocols. So same thing we are going to do here. I want to deny what? Deny UDP. Let me show you here. Deny. So you can see here, either you can deny TCP, UDP, IP. Okay, so deny UDP and then we have to provide source and destination. So 172.16.0.2, then we are going to use this wildcard mask which shows that only one host, then 192.168.0.200 and EQ 53. So this is, sorry, I didn't edit that wildcard mask there. Here it is. So the next thing is we have to permit, otherwise all the traffic will be blocked. Permit IP any. So any IP, any traffic from one network to the another network, they can reach with each other. So that's all. Then we have to apply it. Interface serial 0/0 IP access group. Here we don't, earlier we were using the access list number. Here we have to use the name which we used in the earlier. So IP access group block DNS in. So here everything looks good now. So let's check it. From here, this host I should be able to ping 192.168.0.200. It's working fine. We didn't block ICMP packet, and we have blocked this DNS. So let's check it. So when I say ping webbandnetservices.com, it's going to request the DNS that resolve these queries, but we have blocked that part. So here we are not getting the reply. But if you change the IP address, you should be getting the reply, or if you try to access it from the another host, you should get the name resolution in this case. So you should be getting the IP address. So let's check it again by just changing the IP address for this. So let's say this IP is 20, and I'm going to, yeah, you see now the reply is coming. So if I change it back 20 to 2, it should not resolve that. So we have blocked DNS request for this host 172.168.0.2 with our DNS server, which is having the IP address 192.168.0.200. So we have implemented it, and we have checked this, and we blocked it. So guys, thank you so much for your support, and don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends. Thank you so much guys. I will be coming with the new topic. Thank you once again.